Yo, we are back. I figured this is a good time. I got nothing to do. And by nothing, I mean I have everything to do. But but like this is a good time. It's the middle of the day. I can sort of still do the things I want to do today, and then hopefully I'm good. So everything else, right? Um, what the midterms? I think have been happening recently. I don't know. I feel like I didn't inform you guys on a couple of things because it's been a lot. Let me type in chat to make sure. Okay, let me fucking Christ, I gotta do this every time. I think I understand how Streamlabs works. On my Twitch last night, I understood how it worked. I think so. It just. You know what I'm saying? That's what I need to do. I need to open it up. We're gonna have that quickly. Okay, so before we get into the game, I know I'm gonna just wait. Actually, I know niggas are gonna skip until until we get to the game. I'm gonna chill. Yeah, so if he saved the settings and it's just hold on. Yeah, maybe I did fuck up. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe I truly don't. This is actually way too high. There it goes. No. Can we have like I need like a uh I'm looking. There we go. Did that change anything there? We're gonna get this fine. We're gonna get this right because we got it right the last time. It's just not even that I'm. Hold on. I'm not even on my YouTube. Fine. Yeah, I'm on my Twitch. Shout out my Twitch stream. It had like average 4 viewers, which is a lot. I know someone just said that. I was like, average 4 viewers. That's trash. But like I think you gotta appreciate the people there. Not too much. I don't want them to think that I need people there. That's the thing. I'm gonna do this every time we do it. We go chat high. It's crazy. It really is crazy. Come on. Okay. So what is the issue? I have no idea. If I launch this, I should probably launch it just to see if it works as I expect it to work. I see. Does it? Oh my gosh, how long is this gonna take? I actually have this shit. What? Okay, that worked. Whatever. It's fine. Now I gotta delete all these messages because I don't. Um. Damn, it's sad. I missed the stream yesterday. Because one of my homies was streaming and he never streams. Why did everyone want to stream yesterday? It was Halloween? Y'all like I ain't got nothing else to do today, man. Please? Please? I'm trying to. Let me pop this out real quick so I can actually do this. Hello? Can I not delete this message? Is this the one message that can be deleted? Don't go to the channel. Be crazy. No, seriously, what's going on? Why can't I delete this? This is typically how long I make my Twitch chat wait for me to stream. So it's not crazy. That's crazy. It's happening. What the fuck? Actually, let's just do it on my phone. Let's do it on my phone, guys. Like, I have a phone that I can do that on. Like the Gore gave me shot last time. I don't know. I'm mixing what happened between streams, so I don't know what happened last time. I'm gonna have to actually watch the VOD. Sorry, guys. I know you guys love when I tell you what happened, and you guys cannot see the stream. By stream, I mean you guys cannot see the game. Got a game capture that on. I guess one. Hold on. Here we go. My biggest shot. I don't want to do that actually. Actually, because we didn't put that in window. We put that in game capture probably. We did, it didn't work. I love that this is just the issues they're having today. It's not even really an issue, because I don't think this is a big deal. It's fine, it's fine, guys. I'll fix the way out a different day. I'm not in the mood to do all that. Again, I don't know what happened last time. Yeah, I suppose the issue is that this has a natural layout as well, right? And you guys aren't seeing it? Yeah, it's just wider. I don't know why it's wider today. I have to start from... boom. And then maybe hit them settings. And there's my full screen. It does not solve the issue, but it does solve a different issue which I've been having with this game. Okay. Anyway, that's unnecessary for now. I'll do that when I'm actually testing doing the game. Okay. Maybe Yoshiki would end up coming home after all. Okay, now that we're in the game, now you're excited for gameplay? No. No, what's gonna happen is I'm gonna tell you what happened. I did stream this despite that. I streamed this for 20 minutes before I was like, fuck it, I have to end the stream because the guest I had on, basically there was 2 guests, which I didn't expect, but that was fine. It was 2 guests for like a moment and then she left, and that was cool, didn't matter. And then and then someone else came, and then obviously they don't like their voice being recorded. So I was just like, am I gonna sit here and have me and this nigga voice act and while they're just there making comments that nobody's gonna read because I'm not gonna read it. He didn't even know they were chatting, right? They went in the Discord chat. He didn't know that. I knew that because and I wasn't gonna go back and forth while I was playing the game. Hell no. So I was like, fuck it, let me end the stream, do some bullshit, right? So basically, I know a little bit. Nothing happened in the 20 minutes that I was streaming this game, so we're fine. But that's just a warning that I do know a little bit about this. With that expectation in mind, Kyoji makes his way to the living room, but Yoshiki is nowhere to be seen. Morning. Okay. He's not gonna be home. I didn't really... Okay. I didn't make note of that last time, but that's very interesting. She's not gonna be home. So she's gonna look for him, I imagine. I don't think she said that, but that's what I imagine she's doing. I don't trust that. She needs to chill. She needs to stay home. Connie comes to pick him up with a glum look in her face. The conversation keeps showing off. She tries to talk with him and a smile every now and then, but the expression always wanes into a frown soon enough. Even Kyoji can tell that she's trying to put up a cheerful front. He wishes he could answer her efforts in kind, but he can't. Hey, wait, yeah. I'm sorry, I'm gonna skip through the flashbacks that I saw last time, and then I saw in last stream. Come on, guys. Keep thinking back to how Yoshiki looked yesterday. We could possibly dive him to go that far. The situation seems so bizarre. Kyoji can't imagine living like that. The way Yoshiki looked last night is blended into Kyoji's mind. It looked like Yuka went after him. He told Kyoji to stay out of it. Just what happened between them? Just who is Yuka? Once she continues to haunt Kyoji during class. Feels his thoughts even went wilder having spitting races in gym class. As he waits his turn, his thoughts keeps him turning back to Yuka. Up until now, he had continued telling himself that he must have just been misunderstanding and overthinking something. But at this point, things have gone to the point where he can't pull it off like that anymore. That's real shit, though. Like, low-key, I think I do that all the time. Sometimes I'm just like, hey, man, I'm thinking too much. I'ma let it go. I'ma let it slide. You got to. You can't do that every time, but you got to do it sometimes. But this is not overthinking. This is just... You saw a guy, with his arm broken. And you saw a little girl trap you in a well to die. With threats of eating you. With a weird person, thing, creature named Gore, Screaming Shadow. You can't overthink that. That is just reality. Maybe the side of these strange events was on his first day back in Kohito, where he got lost on a road he thought he was familiar with. But that day he found himself in front of Nishimori Shrine, just below Yuka's residence. Yuka appeared out of nowhere and vanished in the blink of an eye. At the time, Kyoji thought she was just some kind of illusion. That was the only reasonable explanation he could come up with. That probably wasn't an illusion after all. If that's the case, what are Yuka and Gore? They appear and disappear so suddenly. No ordinary person can do that. He has to conclude that they're not ordinary people. Kyoji grimaces. But if they're not ordinary people, what are they? There's a lot with me, man. A lot going on. A lot of bullshit. Hold on. That is a big message. I can't read that quickly. Huh? Sorry, again. My spouse messaged me about a situation, I think. And obviously, I think, if you ask me, your significant other is more important than... Well, in this situation, I don't know. Like, I was trying to be serious, but I thought about it. If I was in the situation that Kyoji was in, I probably would not give a fuck. Alright, but in real life, right? I'd say your significant other is probably more important than playing the game, but at the same time, you've been stalling enough, so I'll just wait. No, that's not it. Seeing shit to ask him that with his usual smile makes Kyoji unsure what he actually is right now. This is reality. What happened last night was a dream. Things would be so much easier if he'd actually convince himself of that. And it wasn't a serious situation. I already skimmed through it. I know it's not like someone's dying or anything like that. God forbid. But it feels like the world is somehow separated from him and distant. Or maybe he's the one who's been cut off from the world. The gentle breeze blows by, staying the branches. The schoolyard is alive with the effervescent voices of the students, the sound of a ball being kicked about, and the teacher's blowing of a whistle. Yesterday I made this sprint for a fractured arm and performed first aid on a man with a gun! Kyoji tries to recount the facts and nothing else, but putting it that way just makes it sound like a joke. He can only hear Shin's accent. So what? Pussy? Do it again! The sense and chill of the vein, the blunt sound of Yoshiki setting his bones back into place. Vivid memories of those things linger in Kyoji's heart. The scene from back then was so raw that this peaceful scene feels ephemeral, even fake by comparison. See, now that I could talk about this, this is something that's happened. This is not serious at all, by the way. It's just, every time I think of, there's this TikTok, right? Where this guy goes up to black people and he shows him like stuff that people in other cultures would say, and then he puts an acronym, and he's like, "What would we say it like?" Right? So, like the example I'm thinking of that stuck in my mind is when he's like, "Okay, so they say." I forgot what the example was that he gave. It was like, "You better watch yourself, pal." And then the acronym he gave for the person to solve was DIA, right? And this guy has the audacity to say dick and ass. Like, I don't. And every time I say "do it again," I immediately think of dick and ass, and it's so unfortunate, but it's so funny, bro. Imagine, imagine someone's like, "Hey, man, dick and ass, bro. What is he?" Whew. Man. Now, with that being, I can also talk about this. I also want to start saying words that people don't say, so I can bring back myself, my personality. You know, sometimes I see people say "crash out," I get upset. I see people say, shit. They can say a lot of things that get me upset. They say YN. I always get upset with that. There's a lot of things. Ghetto is one of those things I get upset at too. Low-key. Woke. Oh my god, don't get me started on woke. I'm not, like, to me, I'm still woke. I still call myself woke. It's getting political. Because, like, I know what woke means, right? And it's not even really, it's political for sure, but it's not as political as niggas trying to make it. I'm sorry, like the hotep within me is coming out, and and this is also because I'm implying to my spouse now. If you couldn't tell, I'm talking because I'm implying to my spouse, and I'm trying to make sure I can multitask. Okay. That's the thing, though. And I could talk about the situation because, again, like, I can abstract it to the point where it's not serious. Well, not serious, crazy, but abstract it to a point where, like, it's a general point I can talk about. But the words I'm thinking of saying, stuff like just West Coast stuff. I'm trying to think of some more shit, because the first word I think of molded, right? I'm not gonna teach you guys what this means. You guys, no more. I'm gatekeeping. I'm gatekeeping the fuck out of everything I do. Where you get that new hoodie? I don't know where I got it. Hey, man. How you start getting money, bro? I don't know how I started getting money. Hey, man, get you a hustle. Alright. Okay, so I'm trying to think of a thing to say to my spouse while I do this. Okay, we'll have the stream be 2 hours long today. Okay, I apologize. It's gonna be 2 hour long stream today. Just to make we're fucking stalling like hell, bro. I'm sorry. So Shinta first is bad looking unsettled. He didn't mean to stare at Shinta, but it seemed like he ended up doing so as his thoughts wandered off. No, there's nothing on your face besides your ugly ass mug. Hmm. Speaking of friendships, I feel like again, I feel like I'm blessed, and a lot of people can't say that when it comes to their fans, but I feel like I'm blessed with a good group of fans, right? Um, I feel like if you ask me, I would say that my fan group, my close fan group is better than me in many ways, right? They're filled with better people than me in ways, and I'm also better than them in other ways, right? So we can all help each other with certain things and avenues, right? Um, and we've known each other for a while, so like, but like, I don't know, I don't feel insecure about saying anything to any of them. Actually, like I feel like I can hit up. I won't say names. I can hit up maybe Togi, right? I don't talk to her at all. We talk once, every 2 years, bro. I can talk to her about anything. I feel like we can hit each other up right now and talk about anything. Right? I feel comfortable insulting her if I feel like it's necessary. I feel comfortable checking her if I feel like it's necessary. And it would all be very natural. I don't think it would. Alright. So, and in the same vein, I don't know. I feel like I don't know. I'll have issues with them, and my issues with them are like things I know they'll get better at, so I can't even really be mad. Mm-hmm. Oh my god! I was like, no, I'm not gonna say that. Because then it goes into a different conversation entirely, and we've already talked about so many things. Hmm. I think when it comes to changing as well, I feel like change is something that has to come from within, but it's also actually something you need to have support with, right? I'm not like, oh, it needs to come from within. Yeah, it does. But like, you can't just like, yeah, that person will change and expect to change. No, nobody. There needs to actually be some support. And that's sort of why I try to support my homies every time I feel like, even if I feel like they're doing something wrong, I feel responsible for them in some type of way. Right? I know some people are like, oh, I'll make a job of my fans if they do this or that. But like, I've known people for such a long times that I feel responsible for them if they do something wrong. Okay? There's still homies that I don't talk to and I will never talk to ever again. If they call me right now, and said I needed help, I would try to help them. Straight up. And I don't think that's really wrong. I'm still here, by the way. Okay, I got the spawns off, guys. Let's go. And then I'm never gonna spawn until 10 hours up. I don't know. Alright, guys. How much time did we waste? Did we waste getting to where I was last stream? We were around here. How much time? I want to know. I could check my phone. I don't know why I'm doing this. 20 minutes. Hey, we at the same time. Doing the same bullshit. Is there anything else I want to adjust? But like, yeah, I feel like that's natural. Change is something that, honestly, I try my best to change throughout my life, and I think that I'm grateful for the people that let me change it. There are times where I've been wrong, right? Where I've done something that made someone feel some type of way, and I was like, okay, let me reflect, and let me stop. Let me see if I can adjust these behaviors. Even if the behavior was logically, it didn't stick with me. Right? I was just like, I didn't do that. However, it's not really about, when it comes to interpersonal relationships, it's not about what you think you did. It's about I'm laughing, but I'm dead ass. It's actually about like building the bridges to make that friendship and make those relationships solid, right? Even if I didn't intentionally make you feel that way, I still made you feel that way, and I should still adjust that internally, because I have to, right? If I want to keep the relationship. On the other side, you should also acknowledge and be able to understand that what I did was very unintentional. Well, it's more than communication. Yes, I'm not taking my pills and medicine. Oh shit. Yeah, guys. This is one of the things I want to talk about. Well, I'll get to that later. Kyoji shakes his head and fixes his gaze forward, giving himself to talk about it now. He just simply shrugs and turns his eyes to the school gowns. On Gale's onion huddles, it seems, Akane swings her limbs around as if she's warming up. So she really be doing this for displaying need? But knowing Akane, she probably thinks some exercise might help her pick up. How did she feel about what happened yesterday? I texted him about Yoshiki last night, but this morning she didn't mention anything about it. But I don't know why I have top messages up on my chat. It should be just all messages. And then he goes back to top messages. Yay. Maybe that emissary just made her feel hesitant to talk to him about it. Maybe she's afraid that causes his mind. Maybe she's just like him, overcome and at a loss. Maybe she's also haunted by the same eerie feelings that the reality he thought he knew feels like a huge lie. Maybe she's anxious that talking about it will make that other side reality instead. And so, she holds her tongue. Akane hops on her long, slender legs. When the teacher blows the whistle, she bolts into the lead with a nimbleness that has Kyoji wondering if she were actually ever injured. Her hair trails after her in the wind. With spring-like movements, Akane hops over the first hurdle, then a second, then a third. There we go, Akane! There we go! Kyoji dares his eyes. The sight is oddly relieving. Akane's movements are flexible and nimble. Her legs move briskly. The fourth hurdle, a fifth. She runs, jumping through the air, adjusts to right height to create a crest. Each hurdle, to cast each hurdle, is very interesting waiting, but then it gives Kyoji a smirk. I'm not gonna lie though, I don't need the extra commentary from you, Shinsen. I'm not gonna lie. You're doing a lot. Huh? I'm not gawking. He retorts effectively, taken by surprise, but normally he does hear a loud noise from behind him. Ah. And he looks to the hurdles Kane have formed to leave. She clutches her leg, clearly in pain. She tried to push her leg too far before it healed. Kyoji effectively hurries over, but as soon as he does, she gets it first, examining her leg. Kane's face is as white as sheet. Yeah, bro. Yeah, it doesn't look sprained, but Kane does seem to hear what the teacher's saying. Kane, you alright? She exits Kyoji's waist looks slowly. He lifts a pail. What's wrong? What do you mean? Okay, I don't know why I was acting like I was dead. Why I was like, what do you mean? Weak ass voice. but like, no, seriously, we didn't see it, right? Feels up her finger, which shakes so violently it's almost possible to see where she's pointing. Even though she's pointing to the corner of the school building, Kyoji turns to look in that direction, and his feeble voice reaches his ears. Akane, no, I don't mean to be, disrespectful, but the forest is next to our school. Of course she's gonna be there. Kyoji bites his lips and run off. He hears Shinta call up to him from behind, but it doesn't stop. When we film it, he can see the same black cloth he's seen before flapping around the corner of the school building. Why are they at school? No, more importantly, this time I get them to figure out what they really are. Who are you? This is not Scooby-Doo! You think this is Scooby-Doo, motherfucker? I'm gonna find out who you really are! And then once I do that, there's nothing that can happen. They'll turn themselves in. No! He turns around the school where Kyoji turns around the corner where the school building's walls form a U shape. This is the same alcove where he once got into a ball with Sadashima. Alcove is a good word, because I don't hear that a lot. But again, like, buddy, you're gonna die. You're messing with people who don't care. You might die. I cover. Okay, hold on. I got you guys.
Alcove.
That's how you say it. Alcove. A small recessed section of a room, or an arched opening, as in a wall, right? Hopefully you guys can put that into your. Hope you guys also didn't mind that. I hope you guys can put that into your into your vernacular, you know? There's no one there. He looks around. All you can see are reddish maple leaves. The ginkgo trees burned into the color of the sunlight. The back of the special school wood is silent and empty. It's so anticlimactic, Kyoji feels all attention drained from his body. Just as serene here as a schoolyard. In fact, it's more silent than usual. Too quiet even. The fact class is still in session is certainly a factor, but it's still silent and almost make Kyoji's ears buzz. If he goes a bit down from the fence here, he'll reach the back gate. Maybe the two of them left you there? Maybe Kane immediately imagined them in the first place. He did look terrified by Gore. If he thinks about it, it's not unreasonable to assume she might be so frightened by him that she's starting to imagine seeing him in other places. But after a moment's hesitation, Kyoji turns around to leave. He immediately go. Not you! I'll say that! I'm going home, bro! I'm going home, big bro! Let me go. Something colder than ice closes on his neck. A stench sears his nostrils. He can't tell exactly what it is. Only that it's disgusting. Something sticky clings him from behind, from behind as a voice like grinding metal speaks into his ears. Okay. The only person who's cute, sexy, is me. And I'm also pretty as well. I'm looking at my messages, but I hate these people, though. I'm not gonna lie. Kyoji dodges is trying to break free. He throws a kick behind him, but only slices to the air as Gore takes a long leap backwards. I'm not playing with you. Yuka peeks her face out from behind Gore and waves briskly at Kyoji. Are you fucking with me? Yes. Out of his ways leave his stout and menacing growl, a chill crawls behind his spine. When Gore clings to his body, he feels as though all his blood is drained into his feet. Imagine that must be what it feels like to be sent plunging into the abyss. Now it's more like being dropped into a naked pit of worms or snakes, as if something were clinging to every inch of his body all over. The physiological feeling of disgust and repulsion resonates on an instinctual level. It feels as though he went and shouted in the darkness of ancient times before the very existence of light, then forced to endure the rancid breath of some ravenous predator. He wants nothing more than to curl up, but he stands to let out all this despair with a scream. The Kyoji restrains his impulses, desperately keeping up his brave front. What are you two doing here? His voice is trembling, but speaking at all is the best he can manage. Gore's body violently hops up and down. Who afraid? Who afraid? Not me! No say, not me and not Kyoji. We do this. As irritating as Gore's laughter is, the sheer terror it makes Kyoji feels this far more intense. Kyoji wants nothing more than to turn around and run for his life. But he feels like betraying his fear now would somehow be admitting defeat. Why does he have to feel so terribly afraid of this ridiculous man? It's as if his terror of yesterday's delusions, if he can even call it that, it still binds his body and spirit. And that realization only serves to make his anger flare up instead. No, he doesn't like that idea at all. He can't let this guy like this defeat his spirit. What did you come here for, you fakes? He just fits and shouts loudly, feeling his ways rise from the pit of his stomach helps steel his nerves a bit. I don't want advice about girls from you, man. What girls do you be around besides this little girl? She don't like competitive guys because she has like she's bored. She has like a short attention span. And that's permanent. She can't do anything about that no more. Shut up and stop making fun of me. No. It's like trying to repeat what he's already said isn't getting him anyway, so Kyoji changed the question. What did you do to him? To whom? Yeah, you can just say his name. I said stop making fun of me. What did you do to him? To Yatsui-san? Oh, yeah. Way you could call him by him. My fault. The way you could call him by his first name makes it sound like he's nothing but a baby compared to her. She curls her lips up into a smug. No, I'm just asking. You know, I don't really want to know. I just felt like asking the question. Just cause, you know, I love asking stupid questions. I have no point. Yeah. How come? When she asked him that question, I'll tell you, somehow managed to suppress until now. Feels like a surging up from beneath him. He watched over his body, making him shiver. Yuka looks at him curiously and takes a step forward. Stay away. Feel she can safe? Is that guy with his great guitar skills intently wisecracking expression safe? I said stay away from me! Up Yuki's extended hand. The moment Yuki's expression was hit, it makes Kyoji falter for a moment. Then another girl's face flashed in his mind, and his next words leave his mouth unknown. If you lay a hand on Akane, I'll make you pay. I'll never say face in front of me or Akane, you got that? The face was Akane's, full of fear in the schoolyard. Whenever she gets involved with these, see if she gets hurt. In one long moment, Yuka silently stares into Kyoji's face where she heaves a deep sigh, then starts curling a finger around the strand of her long, wavy hair, toying with it. He does. Her mocking words cause a burning blush to wash over Kyoji's cheek. So what if I do? Oh, my fault. My voice became serious immediately. I don't want no issues no more. I'm sorry. Huh? He jolts. You can hear his words in a low, almost inaudible voice, as if her whisper is only directed at herself. Kyoji can only just barely hear it, but the moment he does, it feels like all the sound clearly drains from his already silent place. Yeah. I don't want no smoke. We don't want no issues. What are you thinking? Go on, say it. Tell me what you're thinking. If you do anything to Connie, I'll never forgive you. I'll kill you, no matter how much you try to apologize for it. Kyoji aggressively snaps at her, but Yuka's mysterious smile, full of implications, doesn't seem to falter in the slightest. I mean, this is pathetic, right? Threatening to kill a little girl. I was like, at a certain point, we gotta walk in. Right? Like, I couldn't bring myself to do it. No matter how angry I get. I'm a grown man. Like, he's a teenager, right? So it's different. But even as a teenager, I don't know if I can do it. She then turns her back and Kyoji with the air of a child throwing away a toy that's bored them. Gore follows Yuka, looking as though he's floating over the ground, his black mantle flapping his wing. Hey, hold up! Wait, I said wait! What do you mean wait? What are we waiting for? Hey, Bell? You just said don't show your face again! Kyoji starts to chase after them. Things of his astral hand kept mere millimeters away from Yuka's slender shoulder, but they stopped there. Kyoji's body stiffens, stopping their tracks. A black shadow has cut between him and Yuka. Gore imposingly looks down at Kyoji from above with the colorless, dim, plastic-like eyes. Some part of Kyoji feels as though he should spit a defiant question at Gore in this position. Kyoji can only stand frozen in place, speechless. Feels like he has been cast into a black, deep darkness. As dark as a bomb shelter he and Akane were trapped in. No, it's even darker and more unfathomable than that. As Kyoji stands in place, Gore says it's time for his lips whipped into a smile. He then turns around and follows after Yuka. The two of them pass the corner of the building and disappear. How long has Kyoji been standing here? He feels petrified. The most intense fear he's ever felt in his life keeps his limbs bound and his body rooted in place. I'd also say that they were definitely in a different dimension of some sort, right? Because I'm pretty sure Shinta was following after him. Or even if Shinta wasn't, someone would have been like, someone go get Kyoji. Because class is going to start soon. Or we're going to do this and we're going to do this practice. Someone go get Kyoji, right? And he didn't go that far. Kyoji just went like a few steps, right? So definitely different dimension. Fair bit. Until he is a base system champion from a nearby tea shop. Yep. Animals were quiet too. As the sound reaches his ears, a slight breeze blows past. It makes Kyoji realize his body is wet with cold sweat. God damn it! Anyway, he's been holding his breath this whole time too. The curse slips from his lips as he lets out all the stale air from his lungs. God damn it, those two! He's terribly vexed. All it took for that ridiculous duo to utterly petrify him was to glare at him. His cowardice frustrates him to no end. He kicks again twice, and the third time for good measure. He then throws the 30 grams in the direction of the exit. He knows that it's impossible to win a fight with a defeated spirit, and she got set up to them, even with a broken arm. Plus, he knows where they live. Yoshiki probably went to that mansion. Can Kyoji really just sit on his hands, knowing that? Can he just sit there and let these two walk all over him? This isn't over, mark my words. What do you mean? Kyoji! I know they're not gonna listen, but that's not why you're doing this. You're only doing this because, like, he's like, I just gotta make sure they don't do anything. No! No! You said leave us alone, and now you're purposely going out to try to mess with them, to make sure they don't do something. And now they're gonna be like, okay, if you don't leave us alone, we're not gonna leave you alone. Now what? We are not in a winning position. Kyoji's eyes fierce ferociously. After that, classes seemed to fly by in no time. Even though he pretty much ran off in the middle of class, he ended up avoiding any scolding for being absent. But when he came back, Shinta told him in a whisper that he had a scary look on his face, which shook Kyoji quite a bit. Shinta, of all people, is the one telling Kyoji that he must have truly looked scary and unapproachable. Indeed, until classes ended, no one seemed to have the courage to speak to him. Even Akane only gave him an occasional troubled glance in his direction, refusing to approach him. He roughly stiffs his things there by against his feet. But as he starts to open the classroom door, someone's slender fingers touch his forearm. It's Akane. She looks up to him with an earnest expression. He hadn't told her anything. Not once had he mentioned going back to that mansion in PE. Nor any of the other classes. Coming with me? You mean you following me? I'm on my way to the bookstore to buy some. Like Akane cuts him off with a nervous laugh. What? What do you mean I never changed? That's what I'm saying. Caught you, dumbass. Akane says, giggling all the while. The words causing him to bring a hand to his lips. Indeed, he realized he's making such an expression. Yatsushi. Yatsushi. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm saying it right. Yatsushi. Yatsushi. It is on our minds. Okay, bet. Seemed to kinda has seen right through him from the start. Because he shakes his head in refusal. Can't. Because. Yeah. Our fault, gang. Like, you know, we didn't mean to be in the way. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for us to be in the way. You know, come think of it, they've been blocking the door this whole time. Ah, sorry. They hurriedly step outside. Then they awkwardly resume the exchange. You can't come with me because you just can't, so don't follow me. Alright. You got you there, Kyoji. So that's Hariko, huh? Kyoji sighs reluctantly. It's dangerous. We don't know where we'll find it. That's exactly why I'm going there alone. Kyoji has me. Someone like me, I'm too real to not help him. You know what I'm saying? Kyoji, as long as he's with me, we're gonna we're gonna get to a good ending of some sorts. Like what? What's gonna happen to me? Yeah, nothing can happen. Dude, I'm glad each other for a moment. Anyone who was shaking like a leaf just because you saw Yuka, that's crazy. Oh, Kyoji's the first one to say something. I kinda gotta fuck with it now. You know, sometimes I think it's crazy. He does too much. But at the same time, it's just like, damn. It's actually real. It's actually so real. He's like, you were shaking like a leaf. Don't do that. You don't have to pretend to be tough. He kinda goes in. Really? You call that being able to surprised? It's fine. Just stay away from there. I'll do this every time, bro. Just go. I said don't. He just stiffens in place. She's right that when he was a kid, he was a pretty rambunctious punk. Yet she always stuck right by him. Even when Shinto was afraid of following Kyoji, Akane was always by his side. When it was running and climbing trees or swimming, Akane never shied away from a challenge. And that's exactly how she ended up like that. No, but still. Inu tells her not to come with him. This is Akane he's dealing with. She really would just go to Yuka's mansion alone. Just as much of a sore loser as him. as whom. He can't stand seeing her resign herself to being a fate of Yuka. After all, he's vexed with himself for feeling that way earlier too. I'm thinking about it for a while. He let out a deep sigh. Fine. But you can't go inside the mansion. We'll just scope things out from outside. He's actually planning to go inside and question the two of them if he found them, but Connie coming along, he decides that would be a bad idea. After all, this really is terribly reckless. When Shiki got so badly injured, if he's hurt because he tried to confront Yuka and Gore, that means to touch those two is definitely dangerous. Knowing that Akane would be coming with him because causes him to realize that, which cools his head somewhat. Yeah, now let's take it and... I swear I always think I hear things, but I don't. I'm also texting my spouse again. Yes, it's that time, guys. Hmm. Yeah, no, naturally, I don't have anything to say about this topic. I'm sorry to tell you guys. I have nothing to say. I have a couple things to say, actually. I've just... Doing that in texting is a bit hard. Yo, it's not funny though. It's dead ass not funny. You guys saw me laugh. You guys hear me laughing, right? It's not funny. But like, I feel like the things I'm saying I could apply to multiple people, and it applied to me. But the only reason I don't apply to myself in certain situations is because you shouldn't have put me in that situation. If you think I did something that was weird in front of your friends, you put me in something. You put me in a situation. It was you. Cause ain't no way there's not one person ever in life that can say, "Oh, I introduced Flame to this person. He started acting crazy. He acted brand new." No. Oh, I saw Flame in chat. What? He ain't never acted like that before. Oh no, bro. Like, nah. Bro, I know better. That's not even funny. But I mean, dead. Anyway, I also want to pause here because I was like, are we gonna bring everyone else? I feel like this is where people are like, Ali, Shinta, and the other girl whose name eludes me. Is it Kika? Kika is like, we're gonna go with you guys too. You guys can't do that alone. I feel like that's gonna happen. Kind of nods in a sense, and since it sets off ahead of him. Stop bending your head, stupid. Goji hurries after, catching up to her by his side. I feel like that's gonna happen eventually though, because I feel like it just can't be these two. Because I feel like that's usually how this type of story works. That eventually you gotta have like friendships be like, nah, we won't let you guys do this alone. We're here with you, we're friends. We will support you. Deal with these horrors. Yeah. It's only been a few days since they last visited the mansion. Just as they remember it, it's surrounded by the foliage of the trees, giving it the air of the kind of hideout. The sun is at the stair, which makes this clean a solitary bright spot in the otherwise dark woods. Despite that, the house seems almost desolate where it stands. A heavy, sticky sort of atmosphere hangs in the air. This place is still just as creepy as I remember. The two exchanges a glance before taking a slow step forward. It doesn't feel like anyone's around. The area is completely silent, as if the wind itself feels the well in this place. We stop before the front door. Good question. Just being signed through a small window beside the door. Just like a few days ago, all I could see is a silent dark room without any people inside. No one, not Yuka, not Gore, nor Yuka's mother, nor Yoshiki for that matter, is anywhere to be seen. Let's try to go around the back. You step lightly as they stick around the mansion. Kyoji feels like his eyes pounding high enough to be audible. His pulse roars in his ears. Maybe because of how quiet the place is, their footsteps seem terribly loud. Why are they going to safe to get caught here? If they meet Yuka's mother, who seems relatively normal, they should. Yeah, sorry, that was terrible. Sorry, guys. If they meet Yuka's mother, who seems relatively normal, they should be able to talk their way out of it. But if they meet Yuka, no, if they meet Gore, they'll be in trouble. No, you can't let those two defeat his spirit. That's exactly why they mocked him. As those thoughts flow in his mind, he and Akane make it to the back of the mansion. There's what looks like a kitchen door, but it's clear it hasn't been used in a long time, as it's covered with thick vines. Thick vines. Thick vines. Okay, guys. No one's gonna do this, but like, it's not dick vines with a D, it's thick. TH. don't know what a fucking dick vine would be like anyway. Okay, I do, never mind. But the weeds here have grown so dense and thick that he and Akane struggle to walk through them. At some point, without him even realizing it, Akane grabs his hand. His palm feels slightly clammy against his. Yeah, sure. End up cycling back around to the front door. Kyoji cocks his head, almost disappointed. I guess we can't really tell from the outside. Akane seems to be deep in thought. Her expression is grim as her eyes seem to fix on something. What's wrong, Akane? They go out and eat, probably. I don't know. Huh? Yeah. I don't think so. But still, people are starting to use completely electric kitchens, right? And she brewed his tea the other day. Even as he justice that he found out the weed at the mansion contains such modern appliances. What? No. Like this bits. I mean, yeah, they had to. Despite the words, he hesitates for a long moment before saying them. He gets the feeling that she knows he's heartbeating the same thoughts she has. Kane's words perfectly voice how Kyoji feels. Inexplicable. It's the best description for Yuka, for Gore, for this entire mansion. But the eerie emotion in his heart, Kyoji looks up at the mansions. And now it's headed back. Maybe he ended up going home. Besides, Kyoji's with the Kane right now, and whenever she's around, he gets reckless for better or worse. Kane looks relieved. Yoshiki never returned. He just hoping to find him back at home, seeming as if nothing had ever happened, playing the guitar. He was on that for the faint hope that when he came in through the apartment door, but he was only greeted by a silent home. Yamika, who returned home holding a plastic bag containing box lunches from a restaurant, pouted by the way that Yoshiki is at home. That's what I'm saying, but he needs to get here, man. Kyoji says nothing, only silently digging into his own box lunch. Maybe to find the right words to say that he can only come up while eating. Maybe he should have gone inside the mansion after all. He turns to his room and falls onto the bed, staying up at the ceilings. He can only think about Yoshiki's absence. When Yoshiki disappeared into the rain with a broken arm, insisting that they don't go looking for him, fills his thoughts. He just doesn't know what Yoshiki's trying to achieve, but definitely something's bearing him to such lengths. Whatever that is, it must have something to do with Yuka and Gore. Damn it! Irritation, the frustration, regret, those emotions gnaw at his heart. The more time goes on, the stronger those emotions become. He can't help but feel he should have just gone inside the mansion after all. Not sure he would have been better than being tormented by regrets like this. Impatience courses through his body, and they rouse him up from the inside out, making the idea of staying here and doing nothing for even just one more hour completely unbearable. But he feels that emotion too when he doesn't want to admit to him. Feels as though admitting to it would cause everything to crumble around him. It would destroy his peaceful daily routine of waking up, having breakfast, and going to school with Akane. Things would never return normal. Damn it, what am I supposed to do? What's on his floor? The night is dark outside. Without so much as a glimmer of a moonlight. On a night like this, he'll never be able to find his way. Okay, got some candy. I didn't go trick-or-treating last night, but I did have some candy. Yeah. As always, I kinda comes through to walk from school, but he can't even manage to smile. Not that he's ever been the cheeriest sort of person, but still. He had gotten any sleep last night. When he did manage to doze off, he only ended up jolting awake from strange dreams again and again. Honey will type grab to him. I'm off, Yamiko-san. He calls it to the front door. Yamiko peeks out at him and gestures for him to come closer.
あかねちゃん、おはよう。ようちゃん、登校前に悪いんだけど、ちょっといい？
Here, what's up? What is it?
あのさ、
Yamiko lowers her voice as she puts her face across the carriages.
どこに行ったのか、ようちゃん、心当たりない？
Not at all. He wordlessly shakes his head. Yashiki did ask him not to tell Yamiko anything.
本当に？
Yep, really. Fearing he might break out the truth after he opens his mouth, he simply nods. Sorry, Akane is waiting. Phil's party went to use the house. Then the rest of the day, he can't focus on class. It's a strange feeling, even when he tries to listen. Everything sounds muffled, like there's a bubble around him. Yo! Okay. This is so crazy. We were muted the whole entire time. I'm sure you guys could feel the confusion. Damn. Like this episode's case, episode 9 case for me. Wait, fuck! What the fuck? Okay. We're gonna... Fuck. I ended the stream, man. If you see this stream before before I did it down, or if you're watching the stream, you're like, I'm gonna skip to the end because I know we talked at the end. Fuck me. Nah, I don't know, guys. Oh no, I don't know anymore. You guys, it was when I was doing a voice memo, so I muted myself and then unmute myself. So that was the issue. Again, but we might have to play this part again because I don't fucking know what the fuck was. Oh my god! You guys didn't see my like immense confusion when it happened. When it happened. Okay, guys. So that's it, though. Well, fuck. This whole thing was confusing as hell. Because of this fake ending. Whatever, man. I'll come back next time. I'll probably skim through reaction. I didn't have that much reaction because I can do it again. I can do it again. Fuck.